Dollar close to latest peaks as Fed looms. Growth fears weigh Singapore. The greenback held just under multi-decade peaks on Tuesday as investors awaited a rate hike from the U.S. Federal Reserve but wondered whether hints of a slowing financial system might also prompt a shift far away from its cognizance on inflation. The euro rose 0.21% to $1.0240 but become hemmed in by uncertainty over Europe's strength safety, which isn't always helped by using a looming cut in the westbound float of Russian gasoline. The yen steadied at 136.43 per dollar. The Fed concludes a two-day assembly on Wednesday. Traders had been dialing returned expectations as markets try and determine out if or whilst policymakers may pause inflation-fighting efforts amid signs and symptoms the financial system is beginning to slow. Futures pricing points to a 75 foundation factor (BP) price hike with a 10% hazard of 100 bits per second. I don't think the marketplace's got a superb, confident sense that it will be one flavor of Marvel or the other, stated Imre Spieser, an analyst at Westpac in Auckland. Which is sufficient to keep the dollar in vicinity. The US dollar index turned into slightly lower at 106.270, but no longer too far beneath a 20-year excessive of 109.290 hit in mid-July, because the greenback attracts power from expectancies of US fee rises and is a safe bet in an international slowdown. A income warning from Walmart NYSE, WMT, on Monday, which stated customers were tightening their belts, become the latest signal that the going is getting difficult, following numerous softer-than-expected US and European statistics prints. The Australian and New Zealand dollars eked small gains. The Aussie hit a one-month high of $0.6984 and remaining traded $0.6970, breaking above its 50-day shifting common as traders waited for Wednesday's inflation statistics launch. Headline patron costs are seen galloping at 6.2% year-on-year, the fastest tempo in greater than 3 decades. There can be some moderate upside for the Aussie, depending on the facts, mentioned analysts at ANZ Bank. A 50 BP hike from the Reserve Bank of Australia subsequent week is all but a foregone end. The principal chance is for a larger hike, they mentioned. But this would require a completely, very high CPI quantity, given that the RBA has greater flexibility with its monthly conferences. A 50 BP hike is also visible because the maximum likely pass from the Bank of England next week, although it is barely lending guide to sterling. The pound inched 0.2% better on Tuesday to $1.2075. Elsewhere, cryptocurrencies wound again, remaining week's profits. Bitcoin sat at $21,100, its lowest given that July 18. Ether also hit its lowest sign July 18 at $1,421.